We've heard a story before. Yvonne from OfflineTV spoke out about her negative experiences with Fed that contributed a lot to getting him leave the community. The negative experience consisted of Fed repeatedly joining Yvonne in her bed, apparently when he was drunk, taking off his pants and snuggling up to her. The next day he forgot about it, and after several times of this happening, Yvonne confronted him and he was shocked about his own behavior and asked her to please keep quiet about it, even though he somewhat admitted remembering his behavior since he apologized to Yvonne in another drunken state. Now what I don't get is, in what world do you think it's okay to go into someone's room, drunk, take off your pants and just sleep in someone else's bed while cuddling? Like, the only situation where I can think of this being normal is in a shared house of flirty people where you already had some sort of consent beforehand that this sort of intimacy or interaction is okay for both of you. If that was your way of making a move, what the fuck? I mean, did you watch too much porn where the guy flashed his dick and the woman just had to suck it? Like, holy crap, this is not reality. That's not how it works. That's not making a move. Or let's say for people that think this is making a move, I find this sort of mindset very concerning. But anyways, Fed somewhat claimed that he had this kind of flirty relationship with Yvonne, and Yvonne claims that there was never anything the like, especially since she had a boyfriend at the time. And this brings me to the point of this video. You need to stand up for yourself. Yvonne said that the first time it happened, she didn't get what was going on. The situation was so alien to her that she just kind of froze up and hoped for the best. We all have different thresholds in that regard. It's understandable. We all have situations we suck at and situations where we freeze up, don't have the words or the courage to take action or fight back. And unfortunately, to get better at these things, you need experience and practice. And for that, you need to live through them. But while the situation might have been uncomfortable or weird to address, you cannot keep quiet about this kind of behavior and hope for the best. And I want to tell this to everyone watching this video. You have to stand up for yourself. No one else will do it. And the sooner you start standing up for yourself, the better you'll get at it. And it doesn't even have to be aggressive or destructive. It's simply stating your limits and what's appropriate for you. Like, let's say after the third time it happening, it is up to you to sit this person down when he or she is sober and confront them. And by confront, I don't mean to yell into their face or accuse them of being some sort of predator, but for example, sit them down, tell them exactly what they did, and ask them questions like, what made you think that this was okay? Are you aware that I have a boyfriend? Do you know that this makes me uncomfortable? Why do you think you can just crash my bed? And if the answer is, sorry, I was drunk, ask them why they keep on drinking then, if the result is them being unable to be decent around other people. Sorry, I was drunk is a dumb excuse. And if they become aggressive and try to get into some sort of fight with you, then you can be certain that they need to be restrained and you made the right choice because you stopped them before they could go even further with you or with anyone else. If someone doesn't show any sort of self-reflection after an interaction like this, they will be harmful to someone in the future. But as long as you don't confront them in any way and set them straight, you will always give someone else the power over you. Plus, this person might think what they're doing is completely okay and approach other people that way. In some way, you're not offering them a way to question their own behavior. And as long as you remain passive, you will simply be a bystander in my eyes and don't deserve any praise of courage because you didn't display any sort of courage. You simply remained. And of course, there are several situations where standing up for yourself is brutal and nearly impossible, like when you get beaten until you're hospitalized and are traumatized by your own weakness, or when you were sexually assaulted to the point you can barely get through the day. But these are not the situations we're talking about here. Right here, we're talking about an uncomfortable social situation that has or is likely to happen to any of us. And at a certain age, you need to be able to deal with these situations, because people will trample all over you. And don't forget, I found Fed's behavior absolutely inappropriate, but you need to set those people straight, for your own well-being, for the well-being of others, and possibly even for the lack of awareness of the person initiating these things. And that's where I find the online mentality of, oh, I couldn't do anything, and the act of powerlessness absolutely appalling, and hope the people watching this will find the strength to defend themselves in social situations where they are facing discomfort. Even if you suck at it, you will get better at it, and you will feel better about yourself. Trust me. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys will have a fantastic year, a better one than last year. Cheers.